introduce y'all, Ryan Garcia, Ben Baller, to the loser cam. This is the only this.
I don't want to be on it.
So this camera don't see my face.
Bring it to the table, let me show you how to win. This is for my players, from the barbecues to the pen. We came to have a good time, plus we love the tricks. Homie thought he had me, then I hit him with a double six. Throwing bones, we not playing with your man when we throwing bones. It's insane in this game when we throwing bones. Throwing bones, throwing bones, yeah.
Let's get it. Then you happen to be the only person here that is saying you have some domino experience, because these two on the other hand.
Yeah, I don't.
Cat saying he connect and die.
Bro, where'd you go up?
Philly. They don't do that over there. Come on. We don't do that in Philadelphia.
Ain't no
We
bones
box,
in Philly.
football, basketball, dice. You think about it. That's a big box. Dice, you can put in your pocket.
Right.
Cards, you can put in your pocket. That you can't put in your pocket. It's bigger, it's bulkier, so nobody's gonna really want to carry it as much unless you're like a cookout or this or that. So that's just one of the reasons why guys.
But this always felt like a West Coast thing, because I was
Yeah,
born
for
and
a fact.
raised in LA, you know, but even in the Bay a little bit, you know, like Bone's always been like a good weather type area type thing.
Yeah.
I think one interesting thing about being from the Midwest, in music, for instance, like, I'm sure growing up you was probably all pop, no Biggie.
Well, see, I was such a big lover of hip hop, and it was my business too. I loved and respect the New York style, but I was a heavy NWA, heavy Dre, heavy Eazy, all that. You know, like I had the weird situation, the unfortunate situation between Biggie and Pac. Like I was in the middle of all that. In fact, when Biggie and Pac had already died, California Love was up for a Grammy. Dre didn't want to go to New York because of the East Coast, West Coast beef. It was that bad. People were coming around with bulletproof vests. And he says, Ben, you out there. I'm working on the American Pip soundtrack with the Hughes brothers. He goes, go to the Grammys. If I win, on behalf of Aftermath, go accept the award. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. I'm about to accept the award for Dre and Pac, blah, blah. But didn't win. Crossroads won. Bone Thugs.
Oh, that's a good song.
So, you know.
I didn't like the West Coast.
Yeah.
I was
Facts.
a straight East Coast dude. I thought I'd like get out of here.
That's how it is.
My first sport was boxing.
Yeah.
Our cousin is Joe Louis. My dad was a fighter.
Oof.
My dad got shot, so he couldn't really fight no more. So I mean, I was at the Blue Horizon. I was, at Joe Frazier Gym, and I was raised by Bernard Hopkins. So them were my guys.
Damn.
So then, all that what you're saying, we didn't even know that. Like none of this West Coast stuff. We knew nothing about all this drive-bys and gang banging. No one had gangs. There was no gangs. There was no colors. That got introduced to me maybe 93. I was probably like 17 years old.
Yeah.
Where it was like Scarface and Tupac and this. Because like you said, West Coast, I'm like, man, they don't get out of here with that. I'll knock one of them niggas. That's how I was thinking.
Yeah.
Because you're immature. You just like thinking like that. But yeah.
Take 7, by the way.
Crazy part about the West Coast was during the whole heyday of all the gangbanging stuff, no one was out there caught playing Nas or Biggie or playing anybody, It was definitely, in fact, I worked in a business.
Big 6.
Yeah, don't got it. Double 5, oh.
No, somebody got double 6.
Yeah,
there you
somebody
go.
has to have
There you go. That's 15, right after the gate.
I ain't got to play.
You ain't got a 3 or a 6? Wow. Go ahead. We want to hear you knock. Appreciate it.
You want to hear that?
I want to hear that. That's
I
good.
hate that. That's that
That's
punk
good
shit,
for the
man.
soul. I need to hear it.
You got 15, so I would have 20. Right?
No, you will have now
What?
8.
You got 8.
You were saying, like, with you being in the business during that time.
Internally, we have East Coast artists in our label. And at the time, we had like Ice Cube, we had Mac 10, we had these people, and then we had an East Coast division. And the East Coast cats didn't want to, bump no West Coast shit. And so the West Coast people be like throwing they platinum plaque awards and gold plaque awards in the trash, So it was.
Wow, so it was that crazy.
People have known me as a jeweler for the last fucking 17 years. Had no idea that I had 21 platinum albums to my credit. That I was a fucking famous DJ.
I did not know
that. I was like, yeah, I'm on
Did
fucking...
you know that?
I knew some of this. I didn't know all of this, but I knew some of it.
So, there's this store, it was 40 Acres and a Mule. It was Spike Lee's store.
Oh, I remember that store. Do you remember that? The sweatsuits and
It's
all
on
that?
Melrose.
I don't.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro.
I met Denzel Washington on the street. outside 48th and Mule. He owned the restaurant across the street, Georgia, which was the high-end, 5-star black soul food restaurant.
Yeah.
He was opening a Jamaican restaurant across the street. And I was like, let me DJ. Let me give you my tape. Here it is. He had a Porsche 911. I was like, look, I like Denzel as an actor. This was right around Malcolm X era. And I'm like, I just want to be, let me just set the ambiance right for you.
Right.
I get in there and he's like, look, we ain't playing no motherfucking gangster music. We ain't playing no, you want to play some Stevie Wonder? Cool. You want to play some Earth, Wind & Fire? You want to play some old classic shit? Cool. One night, Jada Pinkett had her birthday party, was there. One of my close friends, Tony Smith, he played in the NFL. He was engaged to Jada. So he's like, I don't give a fuck what she say, what anyone say here, bro. We shutting this bitch down. You gonna get it in. So I started playing Fushnikins, Das Effects, you know, Dre, everything, boom.
I do. I grew up on game. My bad.
So I meet Pac at the restaurant, at the bar, meet Pac. We become cool. J Kid's in there, Weber's in there, a bunch of people in there. I'm chilling, we talking about kind of shit. Dre pulls up with Suge. I meet Dre, and I'm like, man, I know exactly what I'm about to do. My set for the next hour fucked Dre's head up. He was sitting in the corner, I could see him from the booth, and he drinking Long Island iced teas. So I decided to go down after I finished my set, and I sat right about 2 people from him. And I just didn't even look at him. I knew I killed that set. And Dre go, hey, youngster, what the fuck you know about that music? What you know about that black music right there? I was like, I grew up in the hood, bro. You know, I've been going to your concerts forever. I know about all the sample shit, everything. You know, you tell me. He's like, hey, this is my new producer, Sam Snead.
Snead.
Yeah, I think you better recognize, remember? That was one of the biggest songs back then. He goes, give me your pager number. We didn't have phones back then, right? So I give him my pager number. At this time,
I had a pager before too. See, I ain't like, you think I'm like this young. I ain't this young. I ain't this young.
At this time,
I knew what pagers are, but I'd never seen one.
No, bro,
I'm just learning now.
Because I grew up on like everything he's saying, it's a timeline in my head. So when he's saying this, I'm like, wow. He just
That's hilarious.
Just leave. Can we do that?
Yeah, that's a nickel. You also could have did that and took 20. So you get 5 though. I actually had this question. We're talking about teams. So obviously it's a lot of shit talking going on at the domino table. I feel like obviously you're an incredible boxer.
Incredible.
But a huge part of you is you talk a lot of shit, which I'm pretty fond of, I must say. But you talk a lot of shit. Being that it's an individual sport, do you catch a bunch of shit because of how much you talk, or is it kind of just...
No, you...
Let me get my 10 real quick. I just wanted to
That's
stop.
fine. Get the 10, man. Just
Get the 10.
my words is winning this domino game. But what the truth is where I grew up, you know, we talk shit everywhere we go. Like in Victorville, it's like right here, on your way to Vegas, it's just black and brown, you know. So we're talking shit just like this every day, you know. And so that's just, it's in my nature. It's not like I don't have any bad intentions when I'm talking shit. It's kind of just like a normal game of dominoes. I'm gonna talk shit. Anything I do, I'm just pretty much gonna talk shit. And then from there, you know, I don't really care what people say because I'm having fun, I'm enjoying my life, and I'll just see in the ring what they could do. At the end of the day, you know, the talking stops when the whistle goes or you start fighting. And I've done it since I was 7, so there's nothing you could tell me that's gonna affect me.
Yeah.
Nothing you could really say to me that's gonna change how I'm gonna fight you. So at the end of the day, it's just words, it's entertainment to me. And nobody—
You're being humble right now,
nobody
dog.
can
You
really
be talking
throw me
crazy,
off,
bro.
though.
You should see this dude.
Absolutely.
Oh no, I mean—
He's good at it.
He's good.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
He's good.
That's just the thing, though. At the end of the day, I could look past it. It's just smoke and mirrors. And me, if it gets under your skin, that's your fault. That's something you got to work on yourself. I'm not emotional when I'm in the ring. I just do what I got to do, beat your ass. But then I'm still cool with you after I did it. I pick you up, you know, tell you good job, and then, you know, be
Which
cool
is like
with
a passive-aggressive talk shit. Yo, good job.
He's classy, bro. It's a business.
You tried, bro.
No, good shit.
Turn, bro.
But you lost. That's just what it is.
What'd he do? You lost.
That's all it is. You lost.
I fuck with that.
See.
He also grew up in a different era, you know what I mean? Because he getting attacked on the internet. We didn't have none of that.
Yeah,
What do you
we
mean
ain't had
you
that,
didn't
bro. Do that? What's that?
6 plus
It look like 15 to me.
15? Okay, there we go.
Follow that calf. Got some in it. Same 15.
I'm on your bumper, though.
Good luck. 40 to 30.
I'm on your bumper.
20.
I messed that one
15.
up. I messed that one up.
Yeah, you did.
Okay. Okay.
You should. You think ahead. Oh man, he put a lot out there for you. See what you gonna do with it. He put a lot out there for you. A whole lot. Kat, I feel like when we look at sports or basketball in particular, probably the most global sport we have.
Yeah.
If not, it's right up there.
Yeah.
I mean, when you talk about impact, money,
Facts.
all of those things. 15. Once basketball started to capture the Asian markets, that's when basketball really took off from a global standpoint. And a large part of that was Yao Ming and y'all team with the Houston
19.
Rockets. But with the impact that China had on really like making this become a global game, and you were right in all of that with Yao Ming, who's biggest Asian player in history, Hall of Famer in 9 years, all of those things. How was that, number one? Like having such a huge audience over there, were y'all able to capitalize on that from a Cuttino Mobley stamp? Were y'all able to capitalize on that as well?
Facts. So it was crazy because Steve Francis and I don't know how old you were. You were so young.
Yeah, I remember.
When we came in '99, we were considered top backcourt in the NBA.
Absolutely.
We were in commercials, we in rap videos, we doing all this stuff. It was like, we were like life, right? And when Yao came, it took it to like another level. It took it to another level. So we were one time on a bus and we were in China, and we were all on the bus, and the bus was shaking because there was so many people. That was like the dream team kind of thing.
Yeah.
It was mind-boggling to me, right? So Yao Ming being so docile, so stoic, and so zen, when we were younger, he's like, it's all right, it's all right. Yeah. Another thing about Yao, and I'm gonna say this to you, Yao, he had an interpreter. Yao understood English. And he acted like he didn't.
Yeah.
It's because there was so many people. Like seriously, he couldn't really be himself, and he was young. Yao was young.
Yeah.
So when all this was going on, man, we acting silly, and Yao just like, yo, y'all calm down, like chill out, like it's all good. And he kind of calmed us down a little more than, you know what I'm saying, like to more so appreciate the moment, opposed to just being so erratic with everybody else. Because listen, everybody else are fans, and that was beautiful. But Yao Ming was like just bigger than life. It was huge, and it wasn't media. It wasn't no social media then. You know what I'm saying? Like, Yao didn't know how to drive a car. Yao only thing he knew how to do was ride a bicycle. Like, it was that crazy. But as far as like his mental capacity and how he adapted to the world and the environment, the best, next to Grant Hill, to me, as a teammate, he was so put together. I mean, the confidence. And listen, it may have been inside when he's not with us, I'm doubting myself. But when it came out into the public, and he was around us, nope, not at all. The only thing we had to say to Yao was he was laying the ball up. So it was Nate Robinson blocking it. It was people blocking shots. I'm like, yo, Yao, listen, you
throw that shit down,
you 7'6", man. You better dunk this goddamn ball. I'm serious. I'm not playing with you right now because we come from the hood. So we're gonna yell at you because we love you.
Yeah.
Like you do. You know what I'm saying? I love you. I need you to do this.
Yeah.
And Yao went from the gardener in a war to the warrior in a garden. I said, whoa, I love this.
Yeah.
It made me feel so much better. My big bro. I can talk shit now. My big bro got my back. It was that type of thing. But you can't even explain how big he was as a person, just as like an iconic 1-point-something billion people watched everything he did. So when they watched what he did, they watched what we did. So the responsibility which he was teaching us, not so much talking to us about it, but the responsibility which he taught us non-verbally is how to conduct yourself.
Yeah.
And you know my mom. I came from a background, being from the hood, but I came from a background where she was like, yo, listen, clean draws, make sure you do this. I had 2 amazing fathers, both street dudes, but you know what I'm saying?
Wash
like
your
that.
ass, I know.
Right, so then Yao Ming, when Yao Ming came along, it was that, my turn. When Yao Ming came along, it was more so, oh, before you get out of hand, this is what you got to do, kind of thing. So hold on one second. I'm about to.
People forget that when Yao Ming stopped the NBA, he had to go play a whole season in Asia too, so he was exhausted.
Yeah. And then that's why he had foot issues. Like, that's a lot of pounding. Yeah. And to be that size, running that much,
I mean, bro, I was the only Asian in every single team I played on, high school, college, everything. So when I played ball, when he came out, that was a big deal, you know? And I'm Korean, but I have to embrace the Asian culture. I'm like, man, this is great. It's amazing. My first time in China was like, because I tried to play semi-pro. So I went to Beijing to go play pro. And I was like, I can't be out here, bro. And it was like dirt money. Like, when I say dirt money, it was like 20 bands. And I was like, yo, I can't be here, man. I'm gonna go do some other shit.
There we go. That's crazy. I met Yao one time, and it was, I couldn't, like, it was surreal.
It was amazing.
It's 15. First 50.
You are the worst.
Hey, I told you what was gonna happen.
Yeah, you putting my score down? That's what I'm asking.
You didn't score.
I didn't score?
No, you had 16. That's worth nothing. But if you do score, I'll put every point you got down.
You put it down when I score?
Absolutely. I won't miss it. I will not miss it.
Oh, man.
What's
my score? What's my score? So I can know what I'm doing.
Oh, you ain't call it, but I'm gonna give him the 15 that's out there. That's nothing. You get what that. So this back man, you get the guy behind you. That's who points you get. The guy who lets you out.
Yeah.
So it's a back man. Also, the back man gotta wash these dishes. So what you got in your hand? You get a nickel. So the score update is.
Say it like that. You can't say it nicer, huh?
Nah,
okay,
you get
cool.
nickel.
Yeah, you know
nickel
what?
and dime hustler.
Okay.
Score update is 55. Champ got 45. You have 35. Ballin, you got 20. You ever had a job other than boxing?
No.
Today is your first one. You become a busboy. Wash some dishes.
Busting dishes.
Where would you? Oh, okay.
Yeah, wash some dishes. I feel like you've been able to capitalize on social media. What's your feel on it? Because for me personally, I fucking hate social media, like with a passion. And I really don't.
But you do so well with it.
Not really. I really don't use it how I should.
You don't capitalize as good?
I do not, because I hate it. Like,
so I always, I grew up where everybody uses social media. So to me, it came easy. It was just kind of second nature, and I enjoyed it. It gave me some type of like dopamine levels. But then as I got bigger in it, it became toxic. It became dreadful. The comments, just, people are, you do something amazing, they'll look on what you didn't do. You walk on water, they say you can't swim. There's always gonna be something that they got to say.
Like
really,
that's
seriously.
I like that, boy.
That's a bar.
That's like that. Being young like that, that's a nice little stoic.
That's a bar.
It don't matter what they do, you got something wrong.
That's nice right there.
Yeah, so I kind of learned to just look at it as, okay, a business aspect of it. What can I do to, what gain more views without, without crossing the line of making myself feel dumb. You know what I mean? Like, I'm only gonna post things that I like, but that also get, great views. Because now I'm just looking at it as business. But you're gonna see dumb things on the internet every day. You can't get around it.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah.
It's on you.
Is it?
Yeah. It bothers me to know that there's someone just saying whatever and
behind a private page.
I can't really say anything back. Like, as much as I can, as much as I can, then ultimately, first 50, you end up looking as dumb as they are, or dumber because your platform's bigger, and there's no win. Like, even if you come back and you got a great comeback, they have nothing to lose, so then they just go again. So then do you just keep this argument up? So if I'm not going to keep it up, then I may as well say nothing. But for me personally, if I'm not going to say nothing, then I just rather not look. And then also, it consumes so much.
See how slick you did that?
Yeah, I don't like that, man.
Some
I liked
shit.
how that wasn't closed in or the 10 counted. What are you doing, man? We trying to win.
Can't score, go low.
That's good.
This is the funny thing, right? If you constantly keep doing something, because I know what it takes. I know every single day there's people, someone, family members, whoever it is that's going to keep punching you down because they're not you. And that right there takes people don't understand it about us as people. you got to trick your brain, and in boxing, right? Like, you in that ring by yourself.
Yeah.
You with 4 other people. I'm with 4 other people. It's a little different. He by himself out
Absolutely.
there. Yeah, the corner's the corner, but the corner ain't getting punched.
The corner
There's a difference.
You can only get there every 3 minutes.
Yeah, you're like, what I need to do? Huh? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's serious,
Absolutely.
man. So to have the mental capacity, that right there is like something totally different. When they was, Nate Robinson and stuff like that, he got in the ring. I don't care what no one say. You got in the ring. Was you ready or was you this, was you that? You still got in there. I know what it takes because I was at 6 years old, started. And I said to take these off right now. Take them off. Take them off. I'm gonna go play something else because I'm not gonna sit and get punched in the face. We're not doing this one. You know what I'm saying? Can I rumble? Yes, I can rumble. But I choose not to. That's just not me. Yeah. But when you say individuals like this, you see you, where it's like, you got Steph, you got Clay, and you got all these other dudes, and you're like, rah, and all them. I know what that is. Yeah. Because I was that guy behind closed doors to a lot of the guys on I was the captain of every single team for a reason.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So I know, I want you to yell at me. I want you to push everything out of me because we live in a comfort world. Everything is comfortable, especially nowadays. Yeah, yo, you know what? You lost, but you still get a trophy. Yeah, all that old trophy shit.
You gotta be honest. You didn't do
participation culture, man.
Terrible.
Speaking of the celebrity boxing shit, I was just having a conversation with my
14.
with my wife last night about it. I would love to get your thoughts on the celebrity boxing. That's 15.
That is 15, man. That's a good move.
All right, just a score update just before you go. 80, 70, 50, 40.
I think that some of it is just not good boxing. You know, you had Nick Young fight. No disrespect to Young, but it was kind of embarrassing.
Come on, it's all good.
No, I'm talking about the fighting part of it.
He still was fighting.
He got in there though. I'll give him that. He got in there, but it just at some point
it junks it up.
There's no point of it after a while. You know. I mean, I like Jake, because Jake is actually fighting.
He's really
now.
fighting.
He's really fighting now.
I think people don't understand that.
He really fighting.
Whatever opinion I have of dude, I know dude. I'd love to see someone knock him out, but at the same time, he's really out there. He's really fighting.
Yeah, he's trying to fight, guys that can give him a challenge, which is good. I mean, he's doing good for the level he's at. He's doing good. I don't know. I don't really have like a specific view on it. It's just kind of fight-to-fight basis. Like some of it is corny, some of it makes sense. Okay, Jake versus Anderson Silva, I'm not mad at it. Some other guys, I'm like, this is random. Why is it out there?
Yeah.
But I think it's a fight-to-fight basis.
For me personally, I don't think people are going to be happy until somebody get hurt. Mm-hmm. Because you can actually fucking get hurt in that ring.
For a fact.
Like, all it takes is one wrong. Like, Le'Veon Bell just knocked Adrian Peterson out. Like, that hit could have actually went really
It might
bad.
have actually, we don't know what kind of damage it did.
You know what I'm saying?
It could have done some damage to him.
This isn't a fucking game.
The crazy thing is,
It's on you.
I'm in a position where, luckily for me, and I boxed my whole life and now I'm making a lot of money. You got guys that have been boxing their whole life and they wish they could have the opportunities that those guys have where, they just hop in making 10x their money and they work their whole life for it.
Absolutely.
I literally professional fighters and they can't even get in the ring.
That's what I would say.
What are we doing?
It's a fact.
Like, that's not cool.
I feel bad for them, not gonna lie.
It's fucked up.
And that's because UFC, to me, UFC has taken over. See, back in the day, because guess what? These guys are where they are.
New leader.
Right?
Come on now, Draymond.
New leader.
I told you, I catch on quick.
Yo, you're not gonna do this. You've been doing this at home. I can't believe you. You think you slick?
I caught on
I can't
quick.
believe you, bro.
Look at Draymond, he knows I'm coming for him.
No,
You're not worried about it?
Not at all.
You got
It's
a
on
game
you,
set
Cat.
up?
I'm great. I'll figure it out.
Oh, I like this. You just figure it out.
Oh my God. Yeah. Go ahead, give me that.
I'm motherfucking great. I'ma figure it out. Feed me.
I ain't got nothing.
No, you gave me some. Feed
I
me.
wouldn't
Damn.
give him that.
That's 30.
That is 30.
That is 30, dude.
No, but listen.
What do you mean listen? There ain't no listening now. You
I'm
gave
gonna
him
just score
30.
update y'all real quick. 110, 90, 50, 40.
Bro, I
You
didn't
gave him 30, bro. What was this?
Bro,
Did you not think
I
about-
did not know he had the 2 4s.
You have to just think about it strategically, but yeah, it's all good.
You was talking some big
You coulda had
convo
it.
when
You were
scored
so
a
locked
few
in the
games.
combo.
I was like, the combo killed me. Yeah, the combo, you know what I'm saying? I was just on.
You got
I was on my Aaron Pryor and
yeah. Oh, that was
you know what I'm saying? Hearns
he was
and
beast.
Hagler and all
So,
them.
being that everyone here, what it sounds like is boxing fans,
Oh, I'm a huge boxer.
Big time.
I would love to hear top 5 boxers because that's a very, it's almost as touchy of a subject as
Jordan,
rap.
LeBron.
No,
Not even
Jordan and Bron, you kind of have an age group of people that's going to pick Bron and an age group of people that's going to pick Jordan. But rap, when you start talking top 5 rappers,
All right, and it goes everywhere.
shit go haywire. And I feel like boxing is somewhere near rap.
So mine, so you have, of course, my number 1 is Muhammad Ali. And then I'm
It's on you.
going with Sugar Ray Leonard, right? Larry Holmes, I loved his jab. Okay, Larry Holmes was so sweet. Pacquiao to me was amazing in Floyd. But like, you know what I mean? Like Pacquiao, switching styles, you know, the footwork.
Weight classes.
He's amazing, you know, like, what's his name? The boy from Lomachenko?
Lomachenko.
I'm not saying he's the best, but his style is great, right? He kind of, he relapses sometimes, right? I mean, I love Roy Jones.
He's in my top 5 for sure.
Top 5 Roy Jones. Like I would
Before
take.
you went to heavyweight, nobody was beating him.
Yeah, nobody was beating Roy. So I was a Roy Jones.
I played pro-am basketball, 4-hour game
I was a
before.
Roy Jones guy.
A couple hours before a
So
fight.
I'm having like Muhammad, I'm Roy Jones, right? Like I'm like, that's a hard decision to make because you think in weight class. Then Sugar Ray, first of all,
You mentioned a lot of boxers, and I know we got Ryan.
I got
here, but
5.
We can't mention all these boxers being good and not say Tank.
Javante good. I like Javante.
Not saying he's top 5.
I love him.
I'm saying you just mentioned like
No,
a
I
whole
love
bunch of boxers,
No, I love Tank.
and you ain't say Tank.
I love Tank, but I'm talking about my top 5.
To be fair, they weren't of this time though.
Yeah, all my guys I'm talking about is
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
time that guys didn't play.
Okay.
Except
You know what I'm
Loma
saying?
Loma was different.
Then when these guys retired, then we
Yeah.
go because you get pushed.
Because I think about,
Iron Mike, yeah.
because I grew up in the same era as you, and I'm watching these fights on Select TV. They don't know what Select TV is. This is
Right,
before
right.
cable existed. You had one box on
ain't
top of
gonna
your
lie.
television,
I ain't gonna
and
lie.
the box connected, and it was like that was it. So it's like HBO came on after that, but Select TV was how you watched Tommy Hearns and Sugar Ray fight. I remember these fights, but I know Ali got to be number 1.
I don't know.
You just couldn't
No, come on, man. I had it.
I know. What you got for me?
You actually give him something?
15.
Bro, I had nothing.
This game is about to come to an end.
Yeah, I got to get a look.
It's at 150?
No, not yet.
Nah, not yet. Not yet.
But while you wash dishes, though, the score is 125 for the GOAT. Ballin, you got a measly 40 points.
Yeah.
Ryan, you got 105. Cat, you
got
a
140?
measly 50. No, I got 125.
Okay.
All right, kind of turn up.
Which is crazy is
got
I don't
measly
believe Ryan.
50
I'm
points.
gonna call Frankie after this. This is unbelievable.
What?
This is unbelievable.
But you know-
that's it. I'm calling it. That's it.
Go. I
I'm
love
not your
that.
top 5.
We're gonna play
I
some
would
ball.
love to hear it. Top 5.
Ali's number 1 for obvious reasons.
Okay.
Ali, yeah.
Is that because of boxing or is that impact and all of that?
I think everything all together. I grew up really watching Mike Tyson box and him being something spectacular to me. So, you know, Iron Mike, and plus, you know, getting to know him.
Nickel.
I love,
20.
You get 5 already?
Yeah, it's a nickel.
yeah,
I
because
need
he
20.
started out.
He started it.
So, you know, Mike, Sugar Ray's probably 3.
Leonard?
It's on you, by the
Yeah,
way.
Leonard.
You know, I know. I'm trying. I'm just sitting there
Got
thinking
Sugar Ray
about.
Robinson.
Yeah, right,
Sugar
right,
Shane
right,
Mode.
You play.
If
You
I-
go ahead and let him score. You got all the time in the world to think, because you just been giving up points over there.
Who did?
Yeah.
Ball, he doesn't want giving up giving all these points to Ryan.
Oh, is
He
that?
has been giving me a lot.
See, when I
Look,
understand
he just
that,
fed him again.
5.
Sugar Ray.
So
he
I'm
said,
feeding you. That's what the
Mike,
shit is.
Sugar Ray. Oh, I'm great, so you can't stop me. It's the difference.
Roy Jones.
Roy
Big
Jones.
Roy Jones fan. And my last guy is going to be controversial because I wanted to bring somebody that's current, but because he's such a savage and such a person you look at, you would never think in a million. If I saw him on, even though he's huge,
Wait, so Floyd's not in there?
Floyd should be in there.
Yeah, yeah.
but and this is a personal friend of mine. I ran with Floyd for like 3 or 4 years.
Okay.
Something about him knowing how to win.
Right.
Instead of going out there and trying to, if you know what I'm saying, like he was too. He knew how to get the points. He knew how to not get hit. He knew how to, he knew how to.
So you could. That's like you wrong for that.
No, I just don't want to. That wasn't exciting to me at the end. You know what I mean? Compared to the beginning parts of his.
That's discouraging.
That's a nickel.
Come on,
That's
man.
discouraging, bro.
You giving them points?
Bro, what you want me to do, bro?
You kept it low, though.
You want me to keep this out of here?
So wait, Floyd is being blamed because he didn't get hit. All right, respect it.
I gotta say Tyson Fury, man. He's just such an absolute
Oh, he's
savage.
amazing. But because he's like out of shape looking
That's what I'm
white
saying.
boy from what's the name,
Ex-heroin
we discard
addict.
him, and that's not
Gypsy.
cool.
No, he really
Because he's
Dude
for
is.
real.
Yeah.
And Deontay's my boy. I just played his golf tournament last week. Like, he licked the blood off his shoulder. This dude is crazy.
He's a monster.
You see him on the street,
on
you would
you,
think,
right?
no, it's on me. It's on
Oh,
me.
yeah, it is.
He knows how to fight, and and his stamina crazy.
All right, I respect that. Tyson Fury, I can't argue that. We got to get your top 5.
Yeah, especially yours.
I got, it's close in the top.
That's a good one.
Top
JJ,
one.
That was a good one.
That's a
That's
good
good.
Top,
That's
the
good
top
team.
one comes
That's
from
fine.
either
That's-
Ali or Sugar
Yo,
Ray
bro.
Robinson.
That's a good
Now,
lady.
Ali thought Sugar Ray Robinson was the top pound-for-pound fighter of the world. If you look back, Ali actually thought Sugar Ray Robinson was the best fighter of all time. So between those two are probably 1 and 2. Now, my third one would be Floyd Mayweather Jr. because I feel like Floyd, he had it all. You know, in the beginning, at his natural weight class, was knocking everybody out, killing everybody. Then he adjusted to the higher weight classes, outboxed everybody, you know, did his thing. And then, you know, a smart businessman as well, especially in the ring. So to me, he's just top 3. And then 4, Manny Pacquiao. He's the only 8-division world champion ever to be, ever. You know, he from 106 to 154, I believe. That's crazy. And that's 4. 5, Roy Jones Jr. because nobody would have beat him. He shouldn't even have went to heavyweight. He goes up to heavyweight, beats this guy Ruiz, then goes back down. Shouldn't have done that. But those are my top 5.
I like that.
And I say it very confidently because those are the best.
I had a problem with Pacquiao, and my wife is Filipino.
So you
I
wrong.
love Pacquiao, bro.
I just something about. We ain't gonna get confident. Delete that, man. I'm good. Because it's gonna be too controversial, and I have speculation.
I
about
love
it.
it.
If
love
you
him.
don't
Like
want
steroids?
that, we won't do that.
I said, wait, steroids, huh?
Never
I
chase
just,
the
dog. You know, I remember being
controversy.
on.
I just gotta say, I already know what you were gonna say, so I was like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it.
But I also remember seeing the Nevada Boxing Commission thing when he fought Floyd, and his shoulder was fractured when he fought Floyd.
Right.
So I give him that part too. He's amazing. He's a great fighter, but and again, his son, I'm friends with the family. Something is off, man, because dude was, how you go from 105 and, you know what I'm saying, go to 160 and your hat size, changes. And,
You need 15, I need 15.
all right, we need
But I mean,
that.
think about people in general, right? We gain what?
I'm scared. Please don't make a move that messes it all up, man. Come on, man.
Don't do this, man.
Think about what you got. Think
but
about
you
what
put
he
pressure
got.
on me, Papa.
Reminder, I have to ask this though,
Go ahead.
since we're on the topic of boxing. What's stopping you and Tank from fighting? Because as a boxing fan, I want to see that.
man, thank
Like
God
I feel like, as a boxing fan, for me, it took us way too long
See Pacquiao.
to see
Mayweather.
Pacquiao.
Oh, way too long, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So when I'm watching this, you and Tank haven't fought yet. Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford haven't fought yet. Like, as a fan of the sport, like I want to see
14.
that. You know what I'm saying? So my question is,
I've messaged you about this. You
What's
know that.
stopping y'all from fighting?
Right now, we're actually in talks to fight. What's stopping? You know, the first problem when it first started, like this recent negotiations, was I'm a big guy. You know, I'm bigger than Tank. So naturally, you know, I got to move away from 135 because I was at 132 in the amateur since I was like 15, 14 years old. I'm 24 now. So, you know, I was like, I'm not moving back down to 135. And I know Tank has already fought at 140. He fought a guy named Mario Barrios. Now, because he felt he could beat Mario Barrios, he went up to 140. He said to me, I'm not gonna go to 140 but because he knows that it's a much more difficult fight than the guy he's talking about. So right there shows me that he's not as confident, or he's just looking for an edge. One, he may not be as confident to fight me at 140 than to fight another guy at 140. That don't make sense to me.
Putting weight on is
just know when I do fight him, it's gonna look a lot easier than everybody may see. It's a delusion. Y'all seen a delusion. I see it right through it. It's gonna be easy, not because he's not a great fighter, but because I'm just that much more great, and it's just gonna have to be shown.
I love it.
Respect.
Yeah.
Respect.
My turn.
Just don't bet your money on Tank. You'll lose the whole bank. You'll lose the whole bank.
It's on you.
Damn, I'm trying to think what I should do right now.
Wow,
I don't know what
that's
Draymond has.
Yeah, you can't stop me, champ.
I'm trying to figure out.
You're thinking too far ahead over there.
Yeah, no, let that go. Come on.
Yeah.
I appreciated that answer though. Like most people would shy away from that question and shy away from what I'm gonna do. I rock with that. I definitely rock with that.
That's nice.
I don't know what to do, Draymond. Hopefully you don't win off this move. 13.
The champ is here!
Oh.
Bring it to the table. Let me show you how to win. This is for my players from the barbecues to the bench.
Before we get out of here, y'all see these three fine gentlemen. This is the losers camp. Hey Ryan, remember.
Man, stop it.
Not valid.
It ain't my fault. That's why I don't like these scores. It's a one-on-one thing. I see how I knew he was gonna throw the wrong card. Before you put it down, I said he's gonna fit the wrong one. I already knew it, and you already knew it before. I didn't play nothing.
Boom, baby.
He doesn't know what he's doing yet.
This is my second time.
Second time, I swear.
This is second time.
I'm just really good. I told you, I make a jump. I started thinking in my head like 1 plus 4 equals 5 plus 10. That's 15.
And there goes the other one.
Man, that's the only thing he cares about, shoes and jewelry. You don't care about domino.
Bring it to the table. Let me show you how to win. This is for my players from the barbecues to the bench. We came to have a good time.